Good morning. I'm Epstein with your morning flash update, and this update is for Tuesday, and we're at the 18th of March, 2025, about 8:20 a.m. daylight savings time. And remember, 2 days away from spring. Very interesting. Well, the one thing that should get your attention this morning is gold, up nearly $40 an ounce. Israel is pounding Gaza. Rumors 300 to 400 people killed. Air attacks with the permission of the United States. U.S. was told ahead of time. Hamas had walked away from the table and is using President Trump's words, not mine. They didn't have the cards to play, and they kept playing tough. And you can just see under this president, it's not going to be allowed. And that is basically what's happening. It's a shame. And we all know it. And there's not much you can do. They've got to get Hamas, and I'm saying Israel's got to get Hamas out of Gaza. That is the solution to the problem. Whether you can or can't isn't for me to talk about. Then today we're going to see President Trump and Putin are going to have their conversation. We'll see where that's going to carry things. That should be interesting, and see if they can make any headway towards at least a truce fire. A truce, not maybe. I think we should call it a ceasefire, and then a truce right after that. In terms of the day's data, you have a lot. You have the housing starts. I almost fell out of my chair. I thought it was a misprint. Up 11.2% to 1.501 million. They expected it up 1%. That's 11 times. And remember, we just saw the NAHB come out with their housing index in the toilet. So this was a surprise. And just think about it. Interest rates fell in February, and that's when they began the slide. And yet here you go. So it's telling you you have a pent-up market for new houses. The permits were down 1.2%. They expected it down 2.2%. So that's a better number. The import-export prices came in up 0.4. They expected down 0.2. So we're importing some inflation is the way I look at it. Export prices were up 1%. The prior month, they were up 1.3%. We're not exporting as much inflation. And on the import prices, petrol up 1.7%. That was the big number. Then we get to the Red Book weekly retail sales. And as you look at them, the retail sales were up 5.5% and then 5.2% in the two different parts of it. As we look at the next game here, the Federal Reserve industrial production numbers. These were double what the market thought. They were up 0.7. They expected it up 0.3. Capacity utilization was up 0.5%, and that came out to 78.2 versus 77.8. I mean, these are good numbers, and yet the stock market's down on them. They revised the January numbers to up 0.3 from 0.5, and they revised downward the capacity by 0.1%. So as you can see, an interesting morning as we get going. Now, keep your eye also on energies. The fact that Israel is striking Hamas as rough as it is, and it's a big strike, does that get the Houthis going one more time? And remember, they can always disrupt oil in the Middle East by firing their drones and whatever. It's Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and wherever they want to create the problems. And then they're going to be hit by the U.S. warplanes in a very different manner, I am certain, under Trump than under Biden. We will see how this all plays out. But our carrier group has its hands full because they're going to be really attacked. The dollar up a little bit on this news as currency markets waffling right now. Remember, we begin the two-day FOMC meeting today. Tomorrow, we're going to get the Federal Reserve decision, and the Bank of Japan is going to come out with their decision. If you take a look at what's going on in the currency markets, you can see the pound down a little bit, the Aussie dollar down, the New Zealand down about 10 points, the Mexican peso down into support here, I think, right in this zone, and the yen down 32 points, all probably because on the yen, I doubt that they're going to raise interest rates at this meeting. Again, they're waiting on union negotiations to finish up. They've got a pretty good idea where that's headed, but I think the tariffs have the banks saying, let's hold our powder dry for another day. And that would be a smart move. Bonds and notes, when you see this data that's better, it's putting yields higher right across the curve yield practically. So that's important as well. keep in the back of your mind that we talk about all this. We'll be writing about it all day long as we put out letter upon letter on different markets. Now, when you sign up for our market research, you don't have to get everything we write about. Let's assume your interests were stock indices. We have letters on those. Grains, the softs, whatever your part is. Take a look, see what we give to our clients. And I think that's the important thing. This is for our clients, people that are with us. So you can get to see what they see, special reports we put out. When you sign up for this, try the price counts. I think you'll find them fabulous in addition. Go to Epstein.com. Go to free offers on the left side of the sheet. Can't miss it. Sign up there and be certain to choose this and give yourself some of the other choices. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great morning. I'll catch up with everybody in the evening as we review the markets. Come about 6 p.m. Central Time. Take care.